I'm Muslim. I don't know if you were there at my Shahada, but you probably shouldn't say anything unless you know that for a fact, because then you're a liar.
How can you not believe? I am reading the Quran, this book, for 1400 years.
Revealed to Prophet Muhammad was Iqra, which means...
I told everybody Jesus was a Muslim. It was 100% a trap to see if people really know what they're talking about. And this goes to show that the people attacking Islam know nothing about it.
لقد بدأت مستويات الوعي الديني والانفتاح على الإسلام ترتفع لدى الغرب بوتيرة مقطوعة النظير، حتى أصبحنا نرى كماً هائلاً من الأجانب يعتنقون الإسلام ويقرؤون القرآن، وبخاصة في الأسابيع القليلة الماضية.
How can you not believe? I am reading the Quran, this book, for 1400 years. 1400 years has been untouched, has been remained. It's the same book. This book has been questioned by millions and billions of people. It is unbelievable. So many people have questioned the book, have looked at the book, have studied the book, have broken it down, read it cover to cover, memorized it cover to cover. Millions and millions and millions of people. Not one contradiction. Not one mistake, not one error. There's so many predictions made. There's so many miracles. They're mathematical miracles. They're all of these things. How can you not believe?
I keep seeing this, that people who are non-Muslim have believed or been told that they're not allowed to touch the Quran. That is just not true. That is an absurd idea. Islam actually really differs from a lot of religions or interpretations of religions that say that you need an intermediary or a priest or somebody to intercede or read the text for you. And the Quran, since its revelation to Muhammad, has insisted that people read it. In fact, the first word revealed to Prophet Muhammad was Iqra, which means read. So I highly, highly, highly encourage you as a Muslim, non-Muslim, whether you're interested in the religion for fun or for spiritual reasons or because you want to accept Islam, whatever your reason may be, please read the Quran. Knowledge is power. Everyone should read and learn more and empower themselves.
When I told everybody Jesus was a Muslim, it was 100% a trap to see if people really know what they're talking about. And this goes to show that the people attacking Islam know nothing about it. So let me explain for all you Christian pages who are trying to debunk me. Jesus was 100% a Muslim, and there's nothing you can do to defend against this, because being a Muslim just means you submit to one God or Allah. And this just goes to show that all these Christians attacking Islam and attacking Muslims know nothing about the faith. I made a point in my last video talking to that day youth, and I told him that he has never read the Quran, he knows nothing about the belief. He came back talking shit saying, oh, you don't know what I've read. Bro, if you know anything about the belief, you would know what the meaning behind Muslim really is. And Islam is the only religion that I've studied that gets better the more I learn. When I studied the Kabbalah or I studied the Christian books, it just gets worse over time. The contradictions get worse, the belief system gets worse, the morals get worse. Now, in my early 20s, I worked security in downtown Scottsdale at a bunch of different clubs. And I can tell you guys right now, I've seen a lot of Jewish women and Christian women inside of these clubs doing wild things. And I have never seen a Muslim woman up in these clubs doing raunchy shit.
هذه الشابة اهتدت للإسلام ووضعت الحجاب، فبدأت تتعرض للتنمر والمهاجمة من قبل غير المسلمين الحاقدين على الإسلام، حتى قال لها أحدهم: يجب عليك أن تغطي وجهك وتحجبي صوتك لأنهما عورة في الإسلام، وكم أخذت من المال حتى قمت بتصوير هذا الفيديو الذي تتظاهر فيه بأنك مسلمة. فلنشاهد ردها، فردها كان قويا جدا.
Now listen here, sweetie, I didn't get any money for this. And I'm glad that I'm Muslim. And obviously, you don't know that not all Muslims have to cover their face.
نعم، وجه المرأة وكفيها ليس بعورة في الإسلام، كذلك صوتها ليس بعورة، فهي تتحدث وتتعامل في التجارة وفي كثير من الأمور، والإسلام لا يقول بأن صوت المرأة عورة ولا وجهها وكفيها عورة. كوريا تعتنق الإسلام لأنها رأت في منامها ملاكا يأخذها للجنة، وفي المقابل شيطان يدعوها لتسقط معه في الهوية، فكان هذا سببا كافيا لاعتناقها الإسلام، واعتبرت هذه الرؤيا رسالة من الله يدعوها بها لاعتناق الإسلام.
ある夢を見て回収しようと思ったんですけど、2人の友達が亡くなる夢だったんで、1人は天使が迎えに来たってその方は言って天国に行くんですけど、仲良かった友達は悪魔が迎えに来たって言って、こう炎がブワッてこう上がってその中に落ちていく、地獄のとこに落ちていくっていう夢で、イスラムの神様アッラーが私に何か伝えたいのかなって思って、でもお母さんの反応はすごいショックですごい泣いて、で私のお父さんとそのおじさんが一緒に2対1で責められてて、怒鳴られてお前は日本人じゃないんかと。私は日本人捨ててないし、家族も捨ててない。
المسيحيون سابقون يقرؤون القرآن ويندهشون من مدى تضمنه لحقائق علمية وتاريخية، وكيف أنه كتاب ومنهج حياة صالح لكل زمان ومكان، وأنه لم يتغير أو يتعرض للتبديل لطيلة هذه القرون التي مضت.
Allah tells us in Surah Yasin, وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. And every one of them, meaning those celestial objects, the sun, the moon, the earth, and the rest of the objects in the solar system and in the universe, is in its own orbit swimming. If we read from beginning to end, and if we read it from the end to the beginning, it is exactly the same letters. So in this part of the ayah, that message is literally represented visually in order for us to see that floating and orbit and swimming with the letters themselves.
So it's hard to describe. You can talk about specific techniques that are used in the Quran and so forth, but just like the fact that it's a book that I've spent hours and hours on, but there's still so much more, and I know that it's an ocean that I can keep diving into. That for me tells me that, you know, this can't just be, you know, any book, or it's not the word of man.
Okay, here's a part 2, but this time I want to talk about things that absolutely blow my mind away. I'm in the liberal sciences, but biology has always been my first love, and the biological miracles in the Quran and predictions are insane when you consider that the Quran was revealed 1400 years ago and has not been edited in any way whatsoever since then. And if you want to fact check that, there are...
Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys, I just wanted to share with you one of my favorite books. This book was probably the single biggest influence in me becoming Muslim, apart from actually the Quran. It really showed to me that I could be Muslim. It kind of bridged the gap between New Age spirituality and Islam, and it was really, really pivotal in me actually taking my Shahada and deciding to become Muslim. The book in question is called Secrets of Divine Love by Helwa, and it's a really, really incredible book.
إذن إلى هنا نكون قد انتهينا من فيديو اليوم. أراكم في فيديو قادم بحول الله.